80 years on from when GB last won a gold medal at ice hockey at a Winter Olympics, this current crop of players have started their campaign to qualify for the 2018 Winter Olympics. And what a way to start. They've beaten Netherlands by 6-5. The game swung this way and that. We're going to look back at the whole game. But before we do that, it was a special day for two players in particular, in fact a third as well. Two of them got their debut cap, that was Sam Oakford and Ross Venus, and then a 75th cap for netminder Stevie Lau. A little presentation in the GB dressing room, a nice way to start an important day. As I say, we'll have the post-match analysis with Seth Bennett. We'll also look back on the game in the eyes of the players and the coaching staff, but we'll start with the highlights.
1956, the Olympic flame opposite me was lit. This is where the games were held, and now in 2016, the Great Britain national team will try and make their way through to their first Olympic Games since 1948. It has, without doubt, been a long time coming for British ice hockey. And the Netherlands will restructure again. Nagstam with a quick give and go. Now he drives towards the bottom of the circle. Neat little move. Rebound pops out and the Netherlands score. They take the lead on the power play here. Ronald Verms. It took them 49 seconds. But special teams will be absolutely crucial in this tournament, Greg.
Yeah, absolutely. These things are always, when the matchups are so tight. Oh,
this could be a chance. Cowley with a little move. He scores! The instant reply from Russ Cowley. Got absolutely free on the goal line, and a shimmy and a shake before feeding it through the legs of the goaltender. And Great Britain back on level terms. It's 1-1. What a reply.
That is exactly the kind of response you want. It was a great pass. I don't know who made it, but whoever made the pass from that saw Cowley in the middle of the ice, they just left him all alone.
And Cowley with a little move from his backhand to the forehand. That stretched out the goaltender. It's gone a little bit scrappy. Neither side really able to make any headway as O'Connor with a nice little move between his legs to gain the zone. Finds Boxill. Stretching is Matty Davis. Got great vision. Back towards the blue line and O'Connor. Along the blue line to David Phillips. Shot comes in and scores! Could have been a deflection out in front. But the traffic was there. And Great Britain take the lead with 2:48 remaining in this first period. But that was all about the play that opened things up. A bit of skill in the neutral zone from O'Connor. He flipped it in and it allowed Great Britain to just get that position on the ice. And then as the puck came back all the way across the blue line, a snapshot came in, lots of traffic in front. And GB lead by 2-1.
And Pete Russell really animated and into this game at the moment in a crucial phase, really, because you think if GB can get another one, they can just begin to really take some stranglehold on this game.
They lead by 2-1 as O'Connor puts this one goalward. Rebound pops out and they score! Matthew Myers, crash, bang, and scores! GB lead by 3-1. Simple from the face-off, and the pressure told. The netminder couldn't keep it out. And despite saving the first attempt, there was Matthew Myers to pump it home.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows you how important winning face-offs is. Especially in the offensive zone, you've got a top line out there. You need a face-off win to get possession, and we get a shot on net and we get a goal.
Ben Davies, who missed out at the World Championship in the summer, has forced his way back into the reckoning here as that's blocked all the way through. Just side of the net! And the deficit is cut to 1. Kevin Brurston scores from a tight angle. And where GB had all the pressure, all of a sudden the Netherlands find a way through. He has a wiry strength to him. Not the biggest, as Dal Hewison will bring this in on the angle. Juggled out in front from bounce, rebound, side of the net. Goal equaliser. A cluster in the crease from Great Britain. Bounce, puck juggling. And it breaks to the side of the net. Swindlehurst plays it round towards Stevie Lee. He banks one down the sideboards and now Tate into the offensive zone. Cowley goes to the net, tips it, scores! Second of the game for Russ Cowley. The Coventry connection. Tate to Cowley, and the tip beats the goalie. And GB now lead by 4 goals to 3 here in Cortina.
That goal kind of came out of nothing. It was a 2-on-2, but Ash made a really great play, just a little slip through as Cowley drove inside his defenseman and just got a little stick on it and touched it in the net.
Pyeongchang is going to be like Sochi. It's going to be warm. There's going to be a mountain resort. There's going to be also, though, GB have some defending to do here. It comes out in front. What a goal! Great Britain standing watching, and the Netherlands equalise here. They just were mesmerised with what was going on. A big lad as GB go back to full strength, and Shields with speed goes through neutral ice, breaks into the offensive zone left side. Back it goes to the blue line, and Stevie Lee. He can open the way to Richardson. Richardson to Lee again, who's got a good shot if he uses it. Shields mishandles the puck again. Lee to the middle to Shields. They're playing catch just inside the blue line. Now the shot will come through traffic. They score! Myers with the screen. And I think Shields will take the credit for that one. It was a floaty shot, but Myers took up so much space, there's no way the goalie could see it.
The goalie completely lost sight of that, and Shieldsy just threw it on net. I don't know if he saw that the goalie couldn't see and he just threw it, but he definitely had his head up. Oh, you see that Myers is right in front of the goalie there. Just won't budge.
And a power play goal for GB gives them that 5-4 lead. And Russ Cowley, somebody could take him an oxygen tank right now, because he's breathing very deeply. The Netherlands breaking again. Chance out in front, they equalise again. Can Shields create something more? It's with Peacock. Shields spinning away. It's with Jonathan Phillips again. Phillips gets it back out there, trying to collect things. It's Richardson in the left wing corner. GB pressing in the offensive zone. Comes back out to Richardson again. Snaps one. Second one, he scores! Richardson to the rescue again for Great Britain. 4:12 to go. He picks the pieces up on his own rebound. He gets little wood on the shot.
Pete, you must be very relieved after that one.
You know what? With 2 hours and 30 minutes, we travelled for 13 hours yesterday. We come here, I don't know, all we wanted to do was get the points, and we got them. Was it ugly? Yeah, do you know what? We won ugly, who cares? We have to be better. We know we have to be better, but we got through it. We made a lot of mistakes, we got out-battled at times, but you know what? It's about the points, you know, and it's not making excuses, but preparation stuff, and we looked like a team that hadn't had a lot of preparation, so we got to deal with that. We know we never played great, but people said we wouldn't score goals. We scored goals tonight.
You have to look round to see that clock, it's a bit awkward. They had perseverance as well, didn't they?
Yeah, we kept going, but we gave away too many soft plays round the net. We're in control of the puck at times, and we just gave it away, and I felt the change we made at the end in the last period helped us in the rush. Was it great? No, but you know what? It's 3 points. Let's hope that's the worst performance of the 3 to 4 days, and then you never know.
Congratulations. It was hard work though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think they've got better from what they used to be, and you know what? I thought we played well for most part. There was a couple of breakdowns, but first game, and you know, you got to remember that we haven't been together either for the whole year yet. So I think it was a good start, and that's what we wanted.
I guess you know you've got things to improve on though, don't you, if you want to progress?
Yeah, always, and there's things you can work on, there's things we can work on, and we had a lot of positives, and obviously again some things that we know we need to clean up a little bit, and we'll obviously be doing that in practice tomorrow.
Pete mentioned as well, one of the criticisms that GB have had in the past is that you can't score, but he said that you showed tonight that you can.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously we want to keep scoring like that and maybe not letting as many as we did, but as I say, you know, for us, we're going to get better every game, and we'll move on from this one.
Matthew, how did you find that? Was it a grind?
It was actually, yeah. I mean, credit to the Netherlands. They came out and they took it to us. We took control of the game in parts, and then made silly mistakes, turnovers in the neutral zone, which just isn't going to cut it going down these next 2 games. And they capitalised on their chances. So credit to them, but credit to our boys. You know, we stuck with it and we got the victory, which is what we wanted.
Is that going to bother you tonight as a team that there were mistakes, or can you just move on to the next one?
No, I think it's a good thing actually, because we've got out of the game with the 3 points, which is what we wanted. But it gives us something to look at on video, and we can say like, this is the areas we don't want to be making these simple mistakes, and because they're just simple mistakes, mental breakdowns, that's all there is. We can clean that up quite easily with a little bit of video, and then on Saturday night against our next opponent.
Yeah, it's Serbia on Saturday. 4 years ago when you went to Japan, you had 3 in 3. I bet you're glad really that tomorrow is a day off, aren't you?
Yeah, obviously it's tough playing 3 in 3. It's tough playing 3 in 4, but obviously we got the benefit of a day off. But we will be practicing. We'll be hopefully getting better. So we'll be ready for Saturday night.
So the highlights and reaction of a thrilling game, which, as you saw, GB won by 6 goals to 5, commentated on by Seth Bennett. Seth, how do you dissect that?
I think the players were a bit rusty. I think I felt a little bit rusty up in the commentary box. I don't think you do. I think it's just one of those things where you accept a 13-hour travel day, you accept that they've had a couple of practice sessions together, and nothing more than that. So what did you want from today? Well, you just wanted to win. If anything else kind of fell into place, you'd be happy with that. I think defensively, system-wise, I think they'll look at a couple of things. But really, for most of that game tape, you can throw it away, because the Dutch are a completely different side to the Serbians, and they're very, very different from the Italian side. So you're not going to waste an awful lot of your time coaching-wise on what you're going to do. Let's look at the upsides of the performance. Well, a power play goal. Looking dangerous. Goals from that unit, the Cowley unit again. Goals from the defensive end again. Going to the net hard again, produce rewards for Great Britain. So these are the little things that I'm sure Pete Russell is going to key in on, because these are the things that they can take to the bank. And it doesn't matter who you're playing. If your defensive end are going to score you some goals, like happened today, if your forwards are going to go hard to the net and you're going to get scoring across all of your units, well, then you'll feel a little bit more comfortable. This will improve on Saturday. The performance again will have to improve on Sunday against the Italian sides if GB want to go through. But so far, so good, I think.
I was surprised by how good Netherlands were compared to how we saw them 9 months ago, and those comments were made by some of the guys in the interviews in the game and the post-match stuff. Do you think that maybe is a factor, that they seem to come out hard and they seem to find maybe a yard of pace from somewhere?
Oh, they came out really hard every period, didn't they? They caught GB cold in the first. I think they caught them cold in the second period. And if the team wasn't so resilient, and actually wasn't in some regards so good, so competent, then they would have lost this game. You know, even if they were a bit less experienced, they would have lost this game. But they remained calm, and they were able to flatline when they needed to. You know, not panic too much. You got to credit the bench for that. You got to credit the players as well, because they didn't try and overplay. They didn't try and score 2 goals in one shot to bring themselves back into the game early on. You know, that equaliser from Russ Cowley just got everybody in the building. Said, hang on a second, relax. We've got this covered. We're okay. And that has to be an important character thing for this hockey team, because, you know, they know each other now. There's a couple of new caps, but the majority of this team, the core of this team, has played international hockey for an awful long time, and they feel comfortable in the roles that they're playing. I think there were a couple of standout performances. I thought that particularly Russ Cowley, his goals were brilliant. I think Richardson, for me, is always a joy to watch. And I think Ben O'Connor continues to do what Ben O'Connor does in an international jersey, which is he makes things happen every shift that he's on the ice. And again, he made things happen for Great Britain.
The GB manager, Andy Buxton's just been by us, and he just turned to us and said that was a huge win. If they'd have lost, it would have been disastrous.
Well, it would have been pretty much campaign over. I mean, you can go through without winning all your games, but it's very, very hard, and you need help from somebody else. So for Great Britain, the key thing for this tournament was to win the first game. That's exactly what they did. Now get away, get up the mountain in the morning, get back out on the ice, you know, and all of a sudden there's that moment, isn't it? Everybody in the building, everybody part of the camp will just go, now move on. And you know what? Similar with Croatia, wasn't it? These little tournaments, you need big players to score big goals at important times, but it's about building momentum and taking that momentum from game 1 into game 2 and game 2 into game 3. If you can do that, that's when you start to have that belief that you're going to go on. I'm interested to see what's going to happen in the second game of the day. I've got no idea what to expect from Serbia. I've really got no idea what to expect from Italy, other than the fact that they're meant to be a pretty quick team, and they're a team that obviously possess some quality as well.
So GB now have a rest day for their next day. They call it a rest day, but there will be practice in the afternoon. But they're going up a mountain. We're very high, thousands of meters high in the Alps. but they're going even higher up. So that's going to be a bit of team building. There may or may not be skis.
There may or may not be snowball fights.
We've had skates, which didn't go too well for one of us, did it really? But I guess I think that's kind of an inspired decision, isn't it, from the coaching staff, the management. It's come from somewhere, I'm sure. Just to kind of like, guys, let's let ourselves sort of relax, and it's going to be stunning up there, all that way up there in the Alps.
Exactly, it's going to be great, and it's an opportunity, isn't it, for everybody. I can't even begin to tell you how scrambled the last 48 hours has been. Okay, we're broadcasters, we're media people, so we're just trying to get everything sorted out. But it's just adjusting to new surroundings, making sure even things like the internet's working in a manner that you can use it, and that impacts me and you probably more than the rest of the team. But it's about then, how do I phone home? How am I going to send emails? How am I going to watch my Netflix? All of these things that they do to pass their time when they're away like this. Now everybody knows what's going on. They know what the meals are going to be like in their hotel. They know what the rink's going to be like. They know what to expect. So tomorrow's a day that you kick on. Saturday is a day where Pete Russell will be able to build on what happened here. I'm looking forward to it already.
Brilliant. Thanks, Seth. We'll bring you some highlights of that day as well, the day off for GB. Plenty more tournament action to come. Saturday against Serbia and then Sunday against Italy. That's it for now on Ice Hockey UK TV in association with McDonald's.